This is a tough lane. Venom plus Luna. Ugh.
Yeah, doesn't seem too good, especially for a melee offlaner. Even one who is going to be as quick as Bach, and formerly known. Nice PB, man. Nice bristleback, I suppose, right?
Yeah, where is the bristleback?
Didn't get banned, I believe.
He's lost. Couldn't find his way into this game.
No, he could not. As Saberlight is going to use one of the Eidolons to scout the entire enemy team. Well, that's going to be something good for him here. As we get underway with game number 1 between Shopify Rebellion and Azure Ray. Group B beginning their first round of the day. As a reminder, Shopify sitting at 1-3, tied at the bottom of the group with Na'Vi, while AR currently in a 3-way tie at 2-2. Only Falcons with a flawless day 1 over in Group B. So they're going to be the team to try. Well, you can't match them, but you can sure try and get as close as you can here, and that's the goal for AR.
Well, the goal for AR right now is to get first blood when they're coming into the jungle.
Pretty good rotation, but they're going to get picked up. Good micro there by Saberlight as the Watcher and the Eidolon will snuff out this attempt.
2 runes, so nothing out of the ordinary. Just a nice attempt there. Maybe they could have caught someone, get the first blood on Zeus. Always want to try and do that. Yeah, I think if you have a greedier lineup, it's always nice to at least try to make an attempt like that. It could actually just help your game so much.
Yeah, doesn't pan out this time, but it's not like you lose much. As we will get to our lanes. This mid lane Zeus against mid Kunkka. We'll have some support rotations, of course, later on, which might be able to upset this balance a bit more. Specifically, probably this Hoodwink rotating might be problematic. The track's setting up, of course, so it's always really dangerous with a disruption right from the top lane. Could be something. That's still a little bit ways out. First, we got to focus on these lanes in this equilibrium that you're trying to set up for. Drek has body blocked the camp up top, so he thinks that this lane is going to push. Even with the Eidolons, he thinks this lane is going to push against them. Is that just because of Thunderstrike?
I think it's not exactly like moving to the range creep. You know, some players, when you get spam Thunderstrike, they just stand next to the range creep and deny the range.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's my favorite thing to do.
Disgusting, Richie.
It's just so efficient. It's the same thing with techies, you know? You just move next to the range creep and deny it. Or if you play Oracle, you just Purifying Flames and deny. The smart play, Winter. The efficient play.
Tormenting your enemies. Sucking the fun out of the game for them. I mean, how about the Thanos lane? You know, is he sucking the fun out of the Doom right now?
I might have to wait a little bit for that, because Saberlight, he is just going to get going on top lane, trying to fight through and get first blood, but it'll be Kitrak who snags it first. Yan Ming ends up dropping, but he will at least strike back and get the kill on a Saberlight, leaving just Kitrak and low. You can see mid lane, Yopaj, he's fine. He's got the bottle sips. Both mid laners now splitting off to make sure that they get a little bit more efficiency out from the bottles. M dies down bottom as well, by the looks of things. And Bach's got a healing cell, but no more regen for him.
Yeah, he's gonna have to ferry more regen, or at least try to fight for the Lotus here. 3 minutes.
Yeah, he's got brown boots though. Oh, and Tian Ming is gonna end up taking another death there. These Eidolons, this lane, he's kind of getting his butt kicked up here, not gonna lie. Bach needs to be careful. These are just boots that are about to be delivered, which is not so great with this blood grenade slow on you. Bach just trying to juke out in these trees, but Artur got him dead to rights. Gonna be a Lotus as well, snagged by Skem.
Bach, he tried to be too aggressive there because he just realized the Venom didn't have Gale. He used his Gale, missed, and I think because of that he tried to contest the Lotus. But I mean, Luna plus Venom, you know, even without the Gale, you're still doing a ton of damage with the Luna's Blessing. 2 range heroes right clicking on damage. You. Yeah.
See the kill up top. Nicely set up there. Just a disruption and having the Eidolons in place. You're going to have to be real careful here for Tianming's positioning, who smokes to walk back to the lane. So he has a TP scroll if he needs it.
I mean, so far so good for the lifesteal. I thought this lane would actually be a little bit more difficult in terms of CS, you know, for low. I mean, Enigma does have like 9 denies.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that is still something you're going to have to contend with, even with the new demonic summon. It's still becomes pretty overpowering to try and get any CS in. Our other lanes breaking down pretty decently. I mean, especially with the advantage that Artur now has with that small kill. He's starting to rack up a few of these denies. As they will search for this kill.
Didn't land the kill.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Trying to create as much space as possible.
This is the risk of like just trying to spam kill and trying to trade and harass, and if you don't land it, you're just gonna get run down.
Yeah.
No way of defending yourself.
Not many defending tools there. Even with 2 points in the sting, that's not gonna stop him from running you down. Decent space for Artur, who can be sitting pretty happy in this lane still, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing okay. In terms of last hit, he's getting his farm. Going to get his mass of morbid mass, and just going to start to jungle and just rack up the creeps, you know, as all Lunas do.
Indeed. Who's the one game? It was it TA2000 who played the one game on the Luna, right?
2 points in Q is Lucent.
Right. Well, we won't see that this time. Instead, we'll see a rotation top where Saberlight is currently just being ran down. FY is going to be the one to be disrupted here. Slow just continuing to lay in the auto attack. Zeus ulti as well as Ori secures that kill. Kitrak on the run, and with his boots, will be able to at least outspeed low. He lives. It's first bit of kill participation from Ori, who is going to try and maybe kill Yopaj here. Doesn't have the ulti. Yopaj fighting through this, has the run buff now, and they've actually connected the boat onto Ori, who is likely doomed here with this stack of Shadow Poison. Good rotation there from Kitrak. Rune's going to spawn bottom ultimately, but Kitrak wants to fight for more here. Glimpsed back by Disruptor. Tianming continuing to fight with FY. They won't be able to stop the Kunkka from getting the rune. They may still be able to find this kill onto Kitrak, and with a very well-placed bushwhack.
Oh, that was so nice. The Disruptor actually planted the tree down because he didn't have Acorn shot on the hoodwing.
Ah,
that was so nice.
That was a good play. Good call. Good scout. I was like, just noticed that. I was like, I don't know, there's a tree there. Saberlight. Glimpse is not available because he's just 1 mana shy. Has it now, but honestly, he probably just doesn't need it. Just the little... Oh, Thunderstrike might have been enough. That last auto attack. Saberlight running into the pit, but will still end up dropping as the Eidolon's chasing after this Disruptor. Just not going to be fast enough. Tianming, I think he's going to get away with this one.
Yeah, another kill onto Saber. This is not what you want to do in the lane, you know, as Enigma. This hero doesn't want to die.
Madrun. Ori trying to rotate down bottom, instead finds 2 heroes. This is going to be another death for him here. So Yopaj off to a great start. Might be even in a great position to secure the second power rune as well with the timing of this first. So top lane not going well for Shopify, but Yopaj starting to break out in a little bit of a lead here, Winter.
Yeah, and getting that early Torrent Storm is going to be very, very, good, with this type of Luna Enigma lineup where you want to ball together. Yopaj, X-Monks, going to try to initiate here. No Doom yet.
Fight down. Big boat, especially with that amplified damage rune into the torrent. There's just too much damage. Bach trying to fight through this one, but still ends up dying as the Zeus ulti is here. Low comes through the gate to join this fight, and now Yopaj finds himself against 4 heroes. So they'll find the Doom, but in exchange, Shopify losing 3.
Yeah, they didn't even get the kill. It was denied. So that was actually 0 kills for Shopify.
Oh, you're right.
It's not what you want, with this type of Venom Enigma Luna lineup, falling behind.
Wow, got denied by a Hoodwink auto attack, who has the worst base attack time in the game, worse than Doom.
Yeah, but who
2.0
is the
compared to the
hoodwink,
1.7.
Richie? It's the Prince, FY, you know?
That's true. Not just any hoodwink. Saberlight, I reckon he's just dead again here, Winter. Low, he's just going to run him down. Okay, Disruption buys him a little bit of time. And in fact, Ketreko's already up to level 6. So Saberlight getting a bit more space out from that. Okay, he will
The
live.
Shadow Demon is higher level than Enigma. What the hell?
Yeah, that's... I was surprised by that as well, honestly.
Yeah, I guess he got some solo kills, right? He was like alone. He got all the XP. Now he's almost level 7 on Shadow Demon. Holy
That's
crap.
true, right? We rotated
Arcade
mid.
Boots. Level 7 Shadow Demon.
Big bounty, though, so doesn't want to get cut out too far as he is trying to fight versus 2 supports. This time there is an Acorn shot to help support him, and Ori rotating on through. Misses the Thunderbolt, but still has the reach for the kill.
Yeah, that was a pretty big kill. Getting the Shadow Demon, 400 gold into Ori's pocket. I mean, AR being the side with the greedier lineup, I mean, all is going well for them in this early game. Lifesteal, Doom, they're both farming. Your Zeus is super fat. Don't think you can ask for a better start to this game.
Exactly. Things have been going great, going swimmingly.
Yeah, both the
10
supports
minutes,
are almost level
in.
6. 10 minutes.
You've killed Artur, just the one time, right? But you've stopped him from popping off too early on. Your Doom has still gotten some experience. You can see he's farming some stacks now, or just having just finished. So he is going to be on his way to more levels and more farm. And Saberlight just has to play so patiently underneath this tower here. This lane has not gone the way they've really wanted it to, outside of that one kill they've gotten.
Yeah, I mean, after the Shadow Demon left to get a kill on Zeus, I think Enigma died like twice in a row alone, and now he's gonna... Black hole.
Instantly
there.
cancelled by Tianming.
Tianming.
Really excellent
Good play there.
play.
He knows that Enigma was about to try to do that, you know, because the Eidolons were splitting, and then he just stayed a little bit to see if he tries that move, and he was right.
Very crucial level 6 there for Tianming, as now the Rust of AR, they're going to look bottom. Artur this time, he's got the Plague Wards, which will let him know that there is something coming through. Maybe he wasn't expecting a Giant Wolf, but he sure knows what's inside. Scan. He murdered. The 2-man hit squad there,
That is not the Giant
Sharpshooter.
Wolf, Richie. That's the small wolf. The baby wolf.
Oh, really? Oh, no, but the creep name is called Giant Wolf, even if he is the small creep.
Oh, okay.
I know it's not the... what's
Alpha
it called?
wolf?
The Alpha Wolf, yeah, the Walk, or the... It's called the Wolf Pack Aura. I know the Aura, I just... Anyway, it doesn't matter. Saberlight back to trying to push up top lane. His Black Hole on cooldown for another 2 minutes here.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
he may not have been able
collapsing
to
here.
get much, but yeah, I mean, they're going to try and make a play for him now. Zeus ulti scouts that out, though, ahead of time. So he manages to escape with his life. And it's not the Acceptor shot from Yopaj, Winter. He's going to elect to try and dip into an Orchid first.
Interesting. Orchid, he wants to be able to kill the Enigma. Sorry, not the Enigma, the Lifesteal. My brain's not working.
You always do turn it off.
Not
for
sure if
Shopify
I.
games.
Not sure
Why
if
is
I.
that?
I mean, not sure if I think it's the best move here, but we'll just have to see. Because maybe he feels like they have more than enough team fight, so he doesn't need to get Torrent Storm early. They just need to get like 1 or 2 key pickoffs on maybe Lifestealer or the Zeus with the Silence, and that's gonna allow them to get towers.
Interesting. The way I've always thought about this Kunkka Axe, right, the Torrent Storm, is that it allows you to play as this buffer, right? Like, you can just walk up, and the enemies know that if they jump you and don't 100-0 you, you get off a Torrent Storm, and the fight's impossible, and then they messed up, right? But without that, do you think that, you know, for example, Saberlight's game is going to be any easier to play? Because now you won't have this big tanky Kunkka up front to try and black hole on, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to make it harder for the Enigma. But on the other hand, if you get key kills on like Lifestealer, because Lifestealer is a hero that you normally don't see him dying in the early game or towards like the early 20 minutes, you know, he doesn't die. But if you have Orchid, then you always have a chance to kill him. Because he's going to get Manta probably maybe later if he wants to get Manta. And normally your build doesn't, you go SNY after your Radiance and Armlet. So you're always going to be susceptible to the Orchid in the early
It's online
stages.
now. Good track ready to smoke up Yopaj. We'll see where the target is. They've got a ward which sees us FY, pardon me. Down bottom. Not, you know, the best target, but this is still a kill that you're going to be happy to have. It's a hero that farms very well and who actually...
It's a core. Remember the last game?
It's true.
Wing is
it's actually already almost a Rod of Atos online. As there's the Orchid reveal. Say hello to ship, Mr. Squirrel. As FY, no way out of this one for him. Got a poison up to 2 stacks. Wait, hold on. Yep, the third one connects. Scam committing the ulti just in case.
It's a pretty long cooldown, you know, for the ulti for Venom. So now they have to kind of play around it, be a little bit more defensive on it. It's a big spell, you know, a lot of damage.
But I mean, you're not so worried, right? Because you have Orchid. Like, you can still play around that Orchid. I mean, should we see the supports kind of roam a bit more with Kunkka? Like, who plays with Yopaj now and this Orchid?
Shadow Demon, I think, like Kitruck. I think because Venom kind of wants to, whenever you don't have ulti on Venom, you want to like just park yourself in a lane and farm.
Scam.
And now he's
smoker.
He's gonna be given a parking ticket. You're not supposed to park here, Scam. This is not your parking. Get out of here.
Parking ticket. Well, they also have the CCTV, which sees Yopaj farming down bottom, so they might be able to catch him, although he's a bit out of reach.
So is Zeus also a CCTV with your Thunder God's Wrath? You see everything?
No, I think Zeus is like the satellite that flies overhead and takes a really quick picture, you know?
Okay, it's like the drone, right? Flying across.
Yeah. But only once in a while. Scam. Let's get out of here. Okay, good play. Plague Ward drop. This Ori. Not going to actually find the ward. Pretty cool ward that Scam's put down here. They're trying to fight around it. Ooh, a whiff there from Tianming on the Static Storm. This could be an opening now for Shopify. Even if they are fighting underneath a ward, it won't work out for Kitrek. He knows there's a ward up there now. But it's a 1-for-1 trade with a Static Storm committed. So, advantage here for Shopify Rebellion. As Artor and Saberlight going on through, they're going to find themselves a kill onto the Doom, who's got absolutely nowhere to go. So Bach's just going to go ahead and... Titan escape still? Okay, that was kind of cool.
It should be called Doom Smash, you know. It should be like Rubik when you steal a spell. It should be Doom in front. Doom Smash.
Right. Doom Smash. Doom Shards. For the...
Doomlings.
Yeah, the Doomlings, which are absolutely adorable.
Right, he's going into the BKB next, so no Torrent Storm for Yopaj. He just wants to go for the BKB Orchid, make sure he catches a hero, drop his combo.
Look out in time here from Saberlight. He needs to hide out behind the Lotus Pool. He's got teammates, well, a few of them around, but as you say, Yopaj seems like he wants to try and get his items online first. Instead, the catch is going to be mid lane onto Kitrak. No way out of this one for him. Although, nah, Zeus ulti. So, Ori with that on a mega kill streak now.
I mean, he was just trying to de-ward alone, yeah, I guess. I mean, he didn't find the ward. The ward is still on the cliff there. Sentry is out of range. So there is, probably should know, you know, because he died there.
That's true.
Every time you don't find the ward, I always say that you should assume there is a ward there if you don't find the ward. You only think that there's no ward there if you get the de-ward.
Scam's living by that rule as he will ping it out. They're going to see Saberlight walk up here as well. So, assuming that they're not pinging sarcastically, which why would you? They should know that they're scouted here, but AR is giving them a little bit of respect, right?
Don't ping like how I ping you in the game.
Right. Isn't that good though? Is when you ping me 10 times in a second, doesn't that mean, wow, I made a great play?
10 times? No, I think maximum is 3. I'm generally very, very patient.
Right. Patient and you're not in your prime anymore. So, an aggressive move now.
Man. What did I do to hurt your feelings today?
Come on. Shopify. Making an aggressive move now. They'll trigger the fortify, but they know that there's an Enigma Blink Black Hole to threaten them. Not an easy thing to play.
Grumpy Richie today. Always call me the grumpy old man. But
That
look
was
who's
a
grumpy.
compliment. You used to be able to ping 10 times in a second. I remember.
Okay, so Luna gets the tower here, tier 2. So it's gonna open up the side of the jungle for them and probably Roshan. Guess it's gonna be a daytime Roshan, they can't take it now. Daytime Roshan means Luna can't get it at the moment. I mean, if the game is going much better, usually with this type of lineup, you should get it in this 15 to 20 minute Roshan on Radiant.
Radiant are scanning.
Step lively now. Your admiral.
Game is kind of equalized here in terms of net worth at the very least, with Yopaj about to finish off the BKB.
But it's not good enough for RTZ's squad, you know. They have the early game heroes. AR has the greedier lineup, so ideally you want to be ahead at this point on the Radiant heroes. And Luna's ahead of the lifestealer, so that's
long,
good news for
though?
them.
I mean, it should stay that way ideally in this kind of a game, but I
For
mean,
the
I'm
next
only
5
saying because
minutes. I mean,
there
it's
is a
Luna,
Radiance. Yeah, there is a Radiance ready. So that'll help them farm faster. They're looking to fight.
Luna farms faster than everybody.
It's true. Except for a Hoodwink. Just kidding.
Haha.
Okay. Rune scouted here. Jack will just pick that one up. As still infested. Hawk's really going to commit here. Goes up into the high ground. No one home in the triangle at the moment, but what about the other ancients? All right, there they go. The jump in on a Kitrak Zeus ultimate, and even with the haster, and he's going to be unable to dodge out this smoke gank.
You just say hashtag Wolf right now if you die as a SD to that type of rotation and a Doom. Doom and Zeus are expanded.
He's scanned up top lane.
Okay, this is not good.
Perfectly finding him. Yeah, Static Storm dropped as well, so not much of a move to make here for Saberlight as AR quickly closing in on him. Where can he hope to try and hide and run to? Basically nowheres with that phylactery, or he puts him in the grave.
Yeah, it's thunder everywhere. Thunder Strike, Lightning Bolt, Thunder God's Wrath. Oh, he got the kill with the creeps?
Oh, he did actually chase him down.
Those things pack a punch. All right. Good trade? Question mark.
Well,
It's like 3 heroes running him down. He got a kill in return. I guess that's kind of nice for him.
still more farm for Ator, who's going to make his way into the enemy triangle. He's just now got the money for the BKB. That makes 2 alongside Yopages, as we'll take another look at those Eidolon micro skills that Saberlight's putting on performance.
How did he find him? I wasn't even paying attention. I was like, oh, he's fine. Oh, he got stuck?
Yeah, I got stuck. It's something.
That's like shit happened, you know? Tank Disruptor, you're trying to set up a kill for her team and then you get stuck in the woods. You get killed by some Eidolons.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Not a hero that's renowned for being tanky. As we get these Luna illusions starting to really do some serious pushing now, the rest of Shopify actually are going to smoke away from Arteezy, hoping that they can catch something here in the mid lane.
Arteezy's the bait. You always know that he's not alone, but this time he is alone.
This time he is. He's even going to tank a tier 2 tower shot just to kind of send that point home. They have vision here. Oh, I think they've actually seen them here. So Observer Ward, it might just
the ward.
scout
You're
low.
gonna see the knife stealer.
He's going to play super
Lifestealer
patiently
has
here.
no way to break free from the Orchid.
He can connect in the mid lane, but there they go. Oh, the Static Storm. Tianming's too
Nice
fast.
storm.
Yopaj, though, with the BKB right onto Lifestealer, and there's going to be the black hole. It lasts just long enough to secure the kill, even if they do glimpse back Saberlight. So the kill onto the Lifestealer is successful. Tier 2 open for pushing.
Yeah, that was a very, very good play by Tianming, trying to save the Lifestealer, but just it was unfortunate that it wasn't enough, you know. He reacted really quickly with the Static Storm. And this is the Luna's timing right now. This is the Luna's game at the moment. It's gonna take all your outer towers. Gonna get Roche probably soon.
Mm-hmm. And there's where, like in that kind of a fight, where you can really see the Orchid coming in handy, right, for Yopaj in that kind of a situation.
Yep. A kill into a tower. This is what you want to achieve with this build.
You just don't want to risk
For
that
AR right
live.
now, they're probably going to be planning, you know, for the high ground. You know, they have to slow play the game and just wait for their high ground defense with the Zeus, Disruptor, throwing spells. They should not be in any rush at all to leave the base and fight. You want to farm your BKB on Lifesteal, your BKB on Doom.
Yeah, and the fights.
I mean, those are the two key items they need before the next big engagement.
But you will be fighting into something, you know, some more problematic items, specifically the Saberlight BKB. And I don't believe, Winter, you have any great way of canceling a BKB black hole.
Doom.
You sure as heck can. I guess that's true. You can slow his farm here by finding another kill. A Saberlight is going to try and take another life out from Tianming, but this time they're going to focus down the Eidolon, so no chance for him. Saberlight will take death number 5 of the game.
He's gonna get his BKB soon anyway, so I mean, not the worst for him. But right now it's like about securing the Rosh. They have to try to get the Rosh for the Luna, get the Aegis, and hopefully use the Aegis to try and pressure. They can't just let the Zeus, Lifestealer, Doom, Tricol just straight farm on the map, just like this. This is not good enough for Shopify. They have to press the issue with their lineup.
They might go into the triangle here and find Low again. The issue is the follow-up damage. I don't think it'll be here in time, and Low is going to be a bit too
He's going to
speedy
get
here
his BKB. I mean, once he has BKB, it's going to be very, very difficult for them to kill him. Only the Black Hole can actually stop and lock him down.
Your admiral is on board.
For now, AR, they will push their advantage into the Roche pit. They move down bottom. They move up top lane as soon as Roche moved. And it should be Aegis number 1 for them here. Low's not going to be nearby to take it, so I assume this is going to go to Ori? Maybe you give it to the Doom?
I mean, this is pretty big that AR is getting this Rosh. This Rosh does not belong to them. Oh my god, this is so big for them to be able to deny the Luna of that first Roshan.
Yeah, it'll be Ori's. He'll take it. Shopify. In the meantime, just kind of farming up as they will hear that jingle. No, for them, it'll be... Oh, I don't know. How does this change things, though? Are AR just going to sit back on this Aegis, do you expect? Or will they be kind of looking for some more fights here?
Yeah, I think they should just finish, use this Aegis to finish their BKBs. Once they have double BKB on the Lifestealer and the Doom, I think they should go. But this Aegis doesn't really have to be useful for them, you know. I think it's more about taking it away from Shopify. They don't have to feel like, oh, we have to try to use this Aegis to fight, you know. I think they only fight if they feel like they're ready with their lineup.
It's a denied Aegis, quote unquote, right, for Shopify. It's just more important that you don't give it to them, is what you're saying. Because I mean, there's BKB number 1, and now you have the safety of knowing that Bach can, you know, have some time to farm before he's needed to for a big fight. Even still, I don't know. It seems like, especially with AR having this sneaky ward down bottom behind where the tier 1 used to stand, they might still look to try and find a fight. Maybe it's just they're looking to try and meet Shopify here. No, seemingly not. It's a big line across the map from Low.
Lincoln's done on RTZ. I think they should still try to fight though, even though Zeus has Aegis. I think they are strong enough to win the team fight still.
Radiant's top tower.
And you have triple BKB on your Enigma, Conquer, and the Luna. They're not weak.
No, not at all. You don't, like you said, want this game going super late either. As Ori's illusions are going to end up clearing wave after wave down bottom.
Radiant's top tower is
Now
under
you've got
attack.
Low inside of Bach now, and they will smoke up. So AR looking for a move here, even before the second BKB timing here, Windsor. Still 3
he's
minutes left
so
on this
close.
Aegis.
I mean, he's so close to the BKB. Quite surprised they're still trying to play around without the BKB. It's going to be very
Vision
risky. They
is
have a good ward
really
here.
good for them, and they're going to see Scam, but it's a bit of of bait here, Winter. They still might be able to burst him 100-0 before we can do much about it, but no, the mech that heals is too strong here, especially with the Glimmer Cape. It lives long enough for them to get some return damage in. They've sniped the Enigma now with the Sharpshooter. His Blink now just finally ready as Artur will BKB and try and take this fight. The Doom, he's going to end up dropping, but Saberlight, BKB, no Doom in this fight. It's going to need to be right-click damage out from Ori to get the job done, but it's just not enough. In the meantime, though, no one was there to hit low as Artur forced out of that fight, just low on HP.
He already
1-for-2 trade thus far, but the Aegis is going to be reclaimed out from underneath the Zeus. So as we reset for part 2, it's Shopify who are a bit stronger at the moment. Although I say that as Yopaj is going to be caught. A good save out from Kitrak, but the silence onto Lou is going to stop him for now. Yopaj just cannot get out of there fast enough. Artur, he's so low on HP, they might just keep chasing. They don't have a Zeus ulti. Oh, but the Sharpshooter is going to be blocked by Skem. Might have been just enough damage to take down the Luna.
Yeah, that was so close, so tight, the fight. I mean, the lifesteal with his secondary BKB after the rage, just keeping himself alive, And I like that he was hiding in the Doom in the initial jump, like Bug blink in, and he didn't want to Doom the Venom the first time. And then he was like not really rushed to come out with the lifesteal. He just waited and waited. They black hole, they drop all their spells, and he still waited until everything is cast, and then he came out of the Doom.
And then he came out to party, yeah.
Yeah, that was actually really smart.
Oh, they might catch Bach down here. This is troublesome because he's so close to this BKB. I didn't see what he used to break the Lincolns, but it certainly wasn't Doom. He still has that ready to go. Bach, just on 10 HP, gets away there. Kitrak getting pretty low as well, but here comes the Saberlight Enigma yet again. BKB active as he's going to jump forward, finds the kill onto Ori. 800 gold into the pockets now of Artur, but guess who's back? It's Bach looking for this kill. Artur, the Manta Dot, not in there, but Artur coming out of the disruption now. There's just too many heroes here. No way he makes it out. They almost get Tianming again, but no, the Infest save from low. A 1-for-1 trade as Shopify end up biting off a bit more than they could chew there. Yopaj was not in that fight, quite simply.
Yeah, I mean, initially it looked pretty good, when they were able to jump in with the Enigma to get the kill, but it just couldn't get RTZ out on time, And now AR, they're going to be happy with this type of trade with the greedier lineup. Any even trade they get is really, really good for them.
Allows the game to go later, allows your Doom to scale more. I guess not necessarily in this case, but your Zeus eventually will scale more. And of course, this Lifestealer, who was pressured into using BKB in the previous fights, but is getting closer and closer to that Ag Scepter.
And they can't afford to let go the next Roshan. I feel like Luna needs the Aegis, RTZ needs the next Aegis. They have to be ready to fight there.
Yeah, he's going back for the Conda now after the Lincolns. You can see the Lincolns still being put to pretty good use, generally speaking, but when the fight collapses like that, you just don't have your Kunkka nearby. It's going to be a little bit too difficult. Yopaj, I will say, he was not in the fight because he was finishing farming up his Ag Scepter, my goodness, which is now complete. So we have Torn Storm online, but he's not going for this refresher build. Instead, he's going to aim up for that Scythe of Ice first for the Kunkka. So just lots of control and, lots of killing items.
The lifesteal. I think the Scythe of Ice is a good idea here. Because they don't really have anything to catch him outside of Black Hole, and you can't really rely on your Enigma to do it every time.
So 1.5 minutes until this next crucial Roche might spawn. It could be another 3 minutes after that. That'll leave us pretty dramatically in between a day and a nighttime Roche. There's an AD rune in the river now. Why?
Just
smoke up. Right. Tianming, he will deny it. It's up to the Static Storm as well, just making sure that he lives here. Ultimately, it's just going to be a denied rune and a Static Storm utilized at the end of the day.
It's not too bad. It's not a very long cooldown, and I think denying the rune there was actually really, really huge for RTZ. More time, being bought.
Yeah, he's halfway towards Ags on this Disruptor. The full Pipe of Insight now on the Veno, on top of the Glimmer Cape that we've just seen. So a lot of survivability. It's how Skem lives so long in these fights on top of the mech, despite having only 1200 HP. Artur's also got his Enchanted Quiver. and the Lucent Beam talent. So he's doing a lot of work here and will be doing even more damage pretty soon as that Kanda is finished.
Radiant's top tower is under
I don't think he's going to be able to get that online before this next Roche fight, though.
Radiant's top tower is falling.
I mean, one thing they can do right now is just use the illusions, the Shadow Demon Disrupt, the Manta illusions from Luna to make sure that they shove out the waves to try to get a foothold on the Roche. This is going to be very, very important. I mean, for AR, it's okay if they don't get the Roche, but for Shopify, they need to get the Roche to play the game.
Well, waves down bottom, being shoved in.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Mid lane
attack.
is pushing here for AR. Top will push for Shopify as they get set up for a Roche, and it's a long one, Winter. 2 minutes and 20 seconds, so it'll spawn top lane. Neither team knows that. For all AR know, Roche is being done right now, so instead Shopify, they will move aggressively here, take a position nearby this Lotus pool. It's Bach.
By the way,
around the
refresh
fight
is
here.
done on the Zeus.
Smoke is not broken. This could be a big jump for him. There's a ward now down. His smoke was break. They actually see the Zeus, but first they're going to get the jump in. Yopaj, oh, he's been doomed up though, so there's no Torch Door, but it doesn't matter because Saberlight with a big black hole. He's caught the both of them. Lou fighting through this one. Lou's still alive. They just can't take him down, Winter. Scam, he cannot do enough as even now Artur is going to be beat back by the Lifestealer. What in the
Glimpse?
world happened there? The glimpse? No, BKB lasted
that was
just long
close.
enough. That was close.
Oh, that was like a really good reaction, that good instinct there by Ori. Immediately the smoke breaks, he pops ulti, and Doom gets the jump right in the middle. Why does
How
Black
the
Hole
hell
kinda
does-
look okay, but they couldn't kill him?
What, 10 HP? 10 HP
Holy.
and they can't kill him.
The bracer, you know, keeping that bracer.
The bracer. Yeah, you know, you're right about that. Enough went right in that fight. One miss, one little bit of evasion thanks to the Radiance. So something goes different in that fight. And Low doesn't make it out alive, but now, oh boy, is this going to get real awkward for the side of Shopify Rebellion. Thankfully, they did not lose Roche because, you know, it's still a long,
they
Roche
don't
timer.
have they don't have Black Hole though, so
Yeah.
I don't know how they are gonna contest the Roche, even if they wanted to.
I can't believe that. 4K net worth lead now for AR, but
I mean, this is why
really
Lifestealer is
tell full
the
story.
premier carry in this patch right now. Like he has a very, very strong set of items. SMY, Radiance, they're all really, really good right now.
Well, Kanda's complete. He's gonna back up his items now with the bash up. The Kanda is complete. But I
I
wanted
mean,
to
they're
say
going
here
again,
for
Richie.
Artur.
Smoking up. They don't
Gonna
care.
try.
They don't have Black Hole.
Yeah, well, they don't have Doom for 10 seconds. Bach might be a decent target here. They're pinging here in the Mighty Mines because they see Low. Artur runs right into him here, but he gets the rage off in time. There is going to be a BKB available as well as they jump into the Disruptor. That's quite the ride. Glimpse here onto Artur. Good X mark, though. Gets to hold on to the BKB charge. And most importantly, Shopify, they have managed to dislodge AR from this top area. Roche is basically guaranteed up by now, they know, so they'll move directly into the Roche pit.
Means they are gonna contest here. They don't have they only have one ulti on the Zeus. I think the Zeus ulti is actually gonna be very pivotal in the fights to ensure the Doom gets the right jump again.
Disruptor has Ags. AR will clear that
Yeah,
Observer
that's
ward.
big.
I don't think they're doing Roche fast enough.
And this is gonna be very, very close.
Scam out in front, putting down the Plague Wards, ready to break smokes. They have vision now on Low. And Shopify will
Let's see
make
if
the call to
Zeus
stop
clicks
the
the
Roche.
refresher for the rock.
Bach, he's got Doom, he's got Blink. Has the Shiva's Guard and the Ag Scepter on this Doom. Keep your eyes out for that. Is Scam, he's just died. It's space, but for what? Shopify, they're kind of just still sitting here. There's going to be the buyback. They need to commit to this fight, Winter. They want to make sure that they get their hands on this second Aegis. Comes with a cheese as well. As Artur back into the pit now.
Radiant's mid
AR moving back onto the high ground where our Shopify have vision. Small bash there onto Arteezy as Low just walks into the pit here casually. He's got a basher on him. The disruption is going to be onto Artur. There's the self doom out from Bach. Torch Storm, BKB Black Hole now onto Low.
Axia's dead.
And they haven't canceled it. They finally get the kill onto Low. Artur, he gets his hands on this Aegis as well as they continue fighting now. But from behind, Ori is laying into them. Scam, having just fought back, he might end up dropping. They get the first life off of Arteezy as Kitrak dying to this Doom. He's just doing too much here. Ori still having enough mana to fight through this one. Sharpshooter somehow misses both Saberlight as well as Yopaj. As Artur's, it's his turn to try and take this fight to the next level. Needs to fight basically solo versus 3, but he's just getting owned here. And Ori, just enough mana for the kill. Kiting around the fight, dying through the ages. Shopify trying to get the hell out now with whatever they've got left. They get out with the cheese and with the Enigma and the Kunkka. But the fight, it fell apart so fast after they got that Roche.
And this is why you want to have multiple carries. You know, you can only black hole one of our cores, but if we have multiple carries like the Zeus and the Hoodwink both doing so much damage from the side, then you don't really care even if the lifestealer is in the black hole. Like, he's just there to tank up. He's the front line, but he's not the true damage.
Really good black hole coverage there by Saberlight.
They basically 3v5 right from here.
Yeah.
The 3 heroes, the Zeus, the Doom, and the Hoodwink.
Bach just does too much. He simply does too much. And am I crazy? He doesn't even like have any lifesteal or anything on the Doom. It's just, he just tanks through the damage.
I mean, he has the shot, right? The shot with the Scorched Earth shot.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. That is true. That makes a big difference there. Well, Shopify, they get the Roche, but they lose the fight that follows. So we hit the 40-minute mark. More and more of these cores are coming online for AR. That Ag Scepter as well for Disruptor, right? Tianming throwing that off in the fight. FY with a Daedalus. As the Scythe of Vice finishes Zeus ulti for Vision again.
Another
It's going to be a dieback for him. Or I think he has already died back, hasn't he? Either way. Yeah, that's the dieback already. So he's only out for about a minute.
I mean, was that a dieback? A minute?
No, he died back already. He died back.
He already died. Okay. I was like so confused. Like, huh? Dieback, but only a minute?
Radiant's
How did he bargain?
Buyback.
How did he bargain to have like a 50-second death timer after using buyback?
Yeah, that'd be pretty tough for him. Speaking of buybacks, no one on Shopify actually has buyback at the moment. Artur's should get it here with just another camp or two. But everyone else is pretty far away from it, especially Yopaj, who's bought out for the sheep stick. Got a cheese, so that's some protection alongside the BKB.
I mean, they don't need buybacks anymore. I think at this point, they just need to get the items that they feel like that's going to allow them to win the team fight and just go.
What are you looking at then?
I mean, Lincoln, BKB, so his black hole is going to be... I guess that's the X, so the black hole is not reliable.
Yeah. That's tough. Again, the Saberlight placed it extremely well last time where the Bach was at the edge of the black hole, kind of rotating around it, and still didn't somehow tag him with the Doom AoE. So if he can manage to do that,
I guess if you catch him at the... If you catch him on the edge, then you're going to be fine. You have to do it perfectly. I mean, it's tough because of the Zeus always revealing his position with the Wrath.
Right.
And then you have the Thunder Strike on your head, you know, it's just so many things you have to pay attention to. And there's a Hoodwink actually going to kill you with right clicks through your BKB channeling black hole.
True.
Daedalus with the Acorn shot.
It's just too much, honestly.
I mean, it's a dragon, that's just the right click him during black hole.
He's going to get the Basher next, do you think? Or the Coddle game at Bali?
Wind Waker.
Yeah, of course.
He's getting Wind Waker.
That's the better item here.
Maybe Basher won't be that bad of an idea, you know, to be honest.
Yeah, I just think on Hoodoo, I mean, it's already a terrible item on Coddle and it worked out that time, right? So, why not on the Hoodwink?
Yeah, you have more incentive to get it on Hoodwink with the Acorn shot.
Bouncing around. I was thinking. But it's less reliable, right? Because you don't know if it'll hit the creep, if it hits the target you want it to, and then it's on cooldown.
I mean, in a team fight, it's probably going to only be heroes. If you're fighting like around Roche, if you're taking like a fight in the jungle, I guess it might there might be like neutral creeps around.
Bruce got a lot of money saved up here. Might just commit into this refresher, but it's a tense scenario here. Down 14k, 42 minutes in. Both teams now smoked up. We're 3 minutes away from the Roshan respawn window. Buyback situation is only one hero for each team, as there's going to be the self-doom, but they did get the sheep stick off. They got to try and kill this doom now, and Saberlight, he's protecting himself now, just out of range. Can they take down the doom? Oh, yes, but just barely. It's going to cost Saberlight's life as they're setting up for this second kill onto the Artur Luna, but he's going to refresh. He's putting everything into this fight. He bought out for it, and he's just not doing enough damage. And in fact, Ori and Low doing a ton. Another sheep stick, no, it might be enough. The life steal, no way, a second time in this game. Artur will finally win the mano-a-mano. A great turret from Yopaj, and it's going to be the team fight victory that Shopify needed here to get back into this game.
Holy crap, that was so close. If the Luna died, I felt like AR would have just ran away with that fight.
Oh,
And here
that's
you see
crazy.
the hex, the instant hex, and the black hole committed on the Doom. Because that was it was alright until this point, but just couldn't. How did they not kill the Luna? Let's see. He popped his refresher after this.
I think this is, yeah.
Second eclipse. This is just the glimmer and all the auras around the panel.
I guess so, yeah. Artur's just...
The cheese pass.
Oh, yeah? There was a cheese pass in the middle of that fight? That's crazy. I mean, that last torrent was just so necessary. Oh, it's just a nail-biter of a fight. I can't believe Shopify get through that one.
I mean, they just needed a better initiation. Bart can't just afford to go in without vision hit. I think he was waiting. Did he wait? I can't remember. I think he probably has to just wait for the Wrath to come out before he jumps again, like this, you know.
Right.
Just to see.
Yeah, I think he was just gonna go for it because he was the one that broke the smoke, right? So it's kind of tough when enemies are smoked onto you. I honestly think Shopify just got the better engage there.
Yeah, for sure.
Now you're going to be approaching this fight with the Luna mini stun.
Yeah, but the fight shouldn't be like this for AR. They just need to wait for the Zeus Wrath, like the previous couple of fights, and identify the important target and just position themselves properly. Take no risks, you know. If you don't see them, don't go.
That Wrath is doing more damage now, by the way, with the 25 talent taken. Doubled, of course, with that refresher in the fight. But Roshan number 3. Check that timer here. We had a long one last time, and this time it's going to be a short Rosh. What will Shopify do about this now? He mainly just move to try and do a bit of pushing, force some rotations back.
Is under attack.
AR will abide, and they see on the high ground. Oh, the pullback! No way! This is a huge catch if they can kill the Disruptor. But they didn't get him all the way to the low ground. It doesn't matter. Yopaj connecting the boat combo. That Observer Ward finding a key pickoff now onto the Disruptor. That might have just opened the door for Shopify to get this Rosh.
His bottom tower is under attack.
And he has buyback though, so maybe not. I mean, they need to kill another hero here. There's an amplified damage if they scout it.
Could be trouble. FY is just running to the pit directly.
Oh, he's gonna get it on Luna. This is gonna be big.
is.
Refresher is ready.
Where's he going? He's pinging high ground though.
Is under attack.
They did get the buyback out from Tianming. They're just going to go into the base, really. Bold move here. They are realizing that Shopify are not in Roche, are going to start doing it themselves, but they're quickly going to realize
there's a
they will
Luna
end up
with
losing
AD
a large part of
on
their
your
base.
high ground.
There's the fortify out. They will commit to finishing this Roche. It comes with an Axe Blessing as well. FY already TPing on back as Low claims that Aegis, and it's going to be Ori with the free Axe Blessing. But now the team fight, the base defense. Shopify, what have they got out of this? Only a tier 3 tower, and now they feel like they've got to get back. Just daring AR to try and chase them off of the high ground. Saberlight waiting in the wings. Another catch, the same ward this time, though. Good reaction time from Low. Prevents them from at least sniping the Aegis, and a very quick D ward this time. X-Mark just poking and harassing, but Shopify don't think that they are going to have an opportunity here.
Is under attack.
They're sticking around, Winter. They're searching for one.
This is gonna be tough, you know. They have they're playing against the Aegis Cheese.
Zeus as well with that Nimbus as Low, leaving the high ground. Casual Torrent thrown his way, not going to hit. But AR reclaiming control
They need
of the
to hug their
triangle now.
wards, you know, if they want to fight. They need to have a high ground ward in this area. They're gonna lose their
Radiant's
ward.
top tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
they
back
are.
off.
Artur scouted, blink on cooldown. Bach closing the gap. BKB used by Artur. That will allow him to get back to safety. Ganbing, careful here. Glimpse range is ridiculous. Almost caught him there with that Thunder Strike. But he's safe and sound for now. Artur has a refresher orb ready to use. BKB currently on cooldown though, so he wants to use this first eclipse first. And Ori somehow just avoiding them for now. There's gonna be the self-doom as the
he
fight
got the
breaking out.
Enigma.
Torrent Storm onto 2 though, but they got the Enigma. Bach, he's just getting ran down. Oh no, and Lowe's gonna pop out right on top of him. Saberlight doing what he can, saved by the disruption of Kitrak as Artur, he has already used his second BKB, but he's managing to escape because of Kitrak's phenomenal demonic purges. Lowe just can't get out of there. They will have to abandon Saberlight on the high ground, but 3 dead, that's a dieback as well onto the Disruptor. A good fight for
That is
Shopify.
huge. That is very, very huge for Shopify here. They are still in fighting shape. Luna is pretty healthy. Waiting for a target with the Slider Voice on your patch.
Phenomenal spellcasting there by Kitrak. Just hiding around this lifesteal, there's nothing he
Yeah,
can do.
he just bought
He's got
so much time, you know, for his team. I mean, it looked really, really good here once they got the Enigma. And the lifesteal is infested inside him, and he couldn't really cast back, so he's getting bashed.
Just a ridiculous game. You can see at this point Artur's second BKB is already expired. And they realize they have nothing left for Saberlight left on the high ground. But, I mean, that's a buyback out from the Doom. Both supports, a dieback from the Disruptor. You don't get the Aegis, though. So Lowe still has that for another 2 minutes here. Winter, if you're AR, are you still happy with this game going this late? Because these fights don't seem as one-sided as one would think with a 10k net worth lead and, you know, supposedly all these cores on their side. What's going on?
Yeah, it definitely feels like the Shadow Demon is just gonna be like a big issue. They need to jump the SD now that I think of it. He has to, I guess the Doom kind of has to try to, yeah, he needs refresher. He needs to jump the SD, he needs to jump the Enigma. So he's gonna need a refresher. It's not enough right now.
Well, he's just committed the buyback, so he's got nothing to save for some time. Closing in on level 25 for Doom, is that going to make any big difference for you here? A break or a...
Yeah, I mean, the
I guess
break
the mute's
for
more...
the break is gonna be big for the glaives.
Yeah, the gloves. Alright. We'll see what he chooses there, but I agree with your assumption of a refresher. Would be pretty good. And well, let's see, what else can we check on? You know, just kind of rounding about. And there's an Abyssal picked up now for Lowe. FY is really chugging along here in terms of his core transformation. He is got more money now than Saberlight on the Doom in terms of net worth. And showing off that Daedalus, the Yules, the Gleipnir, and a full Hurricane Pike on the Hoodwink.
Radiant's
So
top tower is under
he will get
attack.
scarier and scarier.
Still very, very tense right now.
Yeah.
Like anyone can win a fight. It just comes down to the execution and initiation. Whoever gets the right heroes, the right jump on the right target. Whoever has the high ground ward.
Well, 28 now for our Luna. About to hit that 20 talents and then 25, so a little bit more room to grow here, but we're very quickly running out of slots. Artur also does not have a TP scroll in his inventory.
Has fallen.
Yeah, I can't wait for his
So-
Aghanim's to come out on the Luna. Then the refresher Aghanim's Eclipse.
Radiant's
Yeah.
top tower is under attack.
Okay, he's got 2 TP scrolls coming now, but it's fine because AR are not going to push high ground any further. Aegis has been reclaimed now by Lowe, or on Lowe. And it's still advantaged right now for Shopify, isn't it? They're 2 buybacks down as it stands for AR just on cooldown alone. Shopify have all of theirs ready to go, so they're just holding an aggressive position here, trying to find another opening in this bottom side of the map.
Yeah, AR is really, really scared right now to walk out. I mean, even though they still have the cheese, but I think they are not really feeling comfortable taking the fights anymore.
It's not so simple for Shopify either, is it? Because of the threat of this Doom.
But I think
the-
it's easier for Shopify to execute
Radiant are scanning.
I mean, because of the SD, I think the SD just makes everything so much more complicated for AR in the team fights. Because you have like two important Doom targets. You need to Doom the SD and the Enigma, both of those heroes.
I see. You don't think that the Zeus vision makes their fights easier for AR, like in that respect, because you're only playing with Plague Wards?
Yes,
Like,
correct. That definitely helps.
I think we're at this point where like Shopify is like an immovable object. Once they're set up and holding a position with Plague Wards all around, an Enigma, you know, and an SD tucked behind, it's hard. But AR, how do you run into them? I don't think Shopify siege.
They just have to jump. I think they just have to jump first. They need to either jump with the Disruptor or the Doom. Get your Doom on the SD Enigma. Same goes for the Static Storm, and just be brave. You know, you can't be too conservative in a situation like this.
Got it.
Just be confident.
Now I think both teams likely to wait for Roshan number 4 as it stands, with neither team wanting to commit too hard as we hit our 53rd minute of play. Still a net worth lead for AR Winter, but I think realistically, I don't know. It's still more of Shopify's game to lose at this moment.
It's definitely
Visibility.
feeling like that for the last couple of team fights. They've been doing much better, even though as a lead on AR, 12k, but it's practically nothing at this point. I mean, the 12k is like, you look at their goal, you know, it's like basically the goal they have in their pockets on the Lifestealer, Zeus, and Doom.
That's true, actually. A very rarely used stat on the kind of left-hand side is current gold. And you're not wrong. I mean, Artur is holding on to 7k, Yopaj 7k as well, and then it's like 5,000, 4 to 5,000 on every single AR hero, with the exception of Tian Bing. That's where a lot of that net worth is. Everyone just saving for the buyback for that next big item. Really, it's just AR having to play a waiting game, and Shopify not wanting to throw this game, preferring it when ARs come their way. And so, next Roche is going to be our potentially next decisive moment here, Winter. 5 minutes away from the tier 5 neutrals. It's a fast Roche for Roche on number 4. They'll come with all the goodies. Aegis Cheese. And of course, the other side, the Axe Blessing. As here we go. Might kick off here.
Yeah, they should fight before Doom gets the refresher. I think this is going to be good for Shopify if they can actually force a fight in this area. They have a pretty good ward down in jungle. So some good vision here.
1 minute left on box buyback, and then he has it. He's got just enough money. The refresher's 5k flat these days. There's a refresher now for Yopaj. Shopify. Smokes break there on the Luna Illusions. There's Zeus ulti number 1. He's got another, of course, when he eventually does refresh.
Right, that's
of course,
really
Nimbus
good
for even more
for
vision.
Shopify. That's one rough down. I mean, they should try to just aggressively find a fight.
Yeah.
Just
Mid is
cool.
pushing in favor of Shopify. Bot's pushing in favor of AR. There's wagons in the mid lane that might be problematic. But for now, both teams, their attention fixed around this top area. Buyback in 20 seconds as they do get the Noxious Plague onto the Lifestealer, but it's Artur who's just in. They've deleted already the Disruptor. Okay, but they jump inside of Arteezy. Ori refreshes, doing tons of magic damage now, trying to get through Skem, but there's just heroes surrounding Arteezy. Kitrak with another save. Where is our Enigma? We need a black hole, and there it is. Onto 2. Perfect spacing as well as Box on the other side. There's going to be an instant kill onto Low. He's buying back immediately, but this fight, it's so hard to get back into. Artur, what's he got left in the tank? He's trying to take down the Disruptor for the second time, but he's completely alone as the outpost and the buybacks, they've all come through. Artur's taken down. Shopify, they've overextended, chasing after the backliners. They've left Artur high and dry.
I mean, it's still a pretty expensive fight, you know, for AR. They're committing three buybacks. Disruptor, Lifestealer, and Doom. I think it wasn't that bad for Shopify, all things considered. I mean, that was a very, very good black hole by Saber like that, catching both of them on the edge. That was very, very nice. Like, he was really patient. He was waiting on the right side in the trees, just waited and waited for the right time to come out.
See that one again. Shortly, I think after this BKB charge ends, you can see these lucent beams coming down. Right after.
So the first black hole was on like what, one hero on the side. He got the Disruptor, then he refreshed and he blinked Blackfall on 2 here.
Look at just perfect. Bach looking for him. Saberlight with some good footwork blinks behind. Saberlight, he wasn't even BKB'd. Somehow he dodges like 3 Nimbuses. They choose Artur over him. Might have made a slight difference there, but did you see that?
Yeah.
He was not BKB'd. A little. Oh, okay. Hold on. Back in live. Saber. He's getting jumped. He's silenced here. Kitrak. I mean, he's got saves. He's got 2 charges of the disruption now, actually. They really don't want to have to commit the buybacks here. Ori BKBs, doesn't have refresher for 18 seconds, so they're not confident on the high ground anymore, even with Aegis in the inventory. That is basically a lowest buyback, having been committed in that last fight. So Shopify, they won't have to commit a single buyback. Kitrak did buy back in that last engagement, but outside of him, everyone else retains theirs.
And his lifesteal is actually playing initiating right now. Blink Abyssal and using his infest aggressively on the enemy hero.
It's
Such a different way of
out.
playing lifesteal nowadays.
Working out. You bash him from the inside. What can you do? 5-man smoke play now from Shopify, who are not wanting to wait for these tier 5 neutrals, which are spawning in just a minute here, Winter. Pushing into this Aegis. Doom, by the way, took the Ag's Blessing, so he sold his other Ags for Refresher now. Trying to farm up his buyback. Bach is, I mean, he bought back in the last fight anyway, so I guess it's not that important, so it doesn't matter, but they see low. They see him. I'm going to make the jump, though. Minute patient.
Is this the final fight, Richie? This could be the final one.
Scam trying to sneak through here as well. Takes the Watcher. And see how gingerly AR are moving around here. They don't want to commit too hard. They're heroes with no buybacks, no Aegis, all the way in the back of the fight. Disruptor just literally inside the base. Really wants to get this Blink Dagger so that he can stand even further back, ideally.
Dire are
Guys,
scanning.
Saberlight's taking the demonic summoning Eidolons, which is pretty crazy for pushing. Especially if you get the chance to double them, they push very quickly. We have an Ag's Blessing now consumed for Artur. So we will have that mobile Eclipse as the tier 5 start getting picked up here. Take a look at what we see and what comes out as teams will focus on this for a minute. What's your favorite tier 5 neutral, Winter? Real quick.
Giant's Ring. It makes me feel noticed in the game.
Very good. Very good. I see you. I hear you. Yes, indeed. Well, for now, we're going to have a bit of a brief pause in what has been a very tense kind of 10 minutes to farm up our neutrals and see what everyone's chosen. Book of Shadows for Artur, so it makes him untargetable, and also mutes and silences. You can also cast
So
this
what,
on allies or
cast,
enemies.
you cast the Eclipse and then you do the Book of Shadows?
I don't know.
And you just walk in?
I guess. But you're still vulnerable to stuff like, I mean, I guess who cares if you're doomed? You're already muted and silenced. By the way, Doom applies mute. Force Boots on Disruptor, which you can cast on allies. Whoa, what's going on up here? Whoa, whoa. I can't believe he makes it out alive there. Saberlight getting caught in the enemy jungle. But mid lane, it's Low, who is now completely alone. Won't jump onto Artur, though. What is Low chosen for his neutral item? Okay, Apex for him. I think it was Force Boots for the FY Hoodwink. You have... Oh, he's so fast now when he scurries. Did you see that?
4, 5.
Do it again.
Radiant
No. Watch him scurry, because it breaks the move speed cap. You no longer have a move speed cap when you scurry. Look at him go. 614 on this Hoodwink. F1 Squirrel. She shoot one acorn into the fight and I am die. And then she zips away at illegal speeds.
Yeah, but still slower than Spirit Breaker.
True. Seer Stone for the Enigma. Also with a Seer Stone is the Disruptor for Tianming. I think that's most of the big ones. Seer Stone for Skem. A Seer Stone as well for Kitrak. So 3 Seer Stones, a Force Boots, and a Book of Shadows for Shopify are what they're going to head into battle because they've timed this Aegis to a T. They know that it's about to expire. They feel confident running in. 2 minutes is the window here without buyback for Low and Bach and Tianming. Shopify begin the high ground siege here. BKB active. Okay, that's just Kitrax, but they're going to make the jump in, and they murder FY. He has a buyback. Will conserve it for now, as they have pulled back Luna. Okay, good save from Disruptor. They have another disruption available, so good luck, Luna, never touching him. And that means the Static Storm essentially wasted and low. He's been kited out. The Doom, he gets on top and interrupts the black hole, so Ori's freed in this fight as Artur trying to do as much damage as possible. He's in deep as well, isolated a second time because Bach is pushing back the rest of Shopify. Artur, he needs help on the high ground. He gets the Book of Shadows, another disruption at the ready, but there's not another one for 15 seconds for Kitrax. So what can he make happen? Not enough. As Artur, he gets the assistance for the black hole. It's a big one. Low though, still fighting through him. Another Book of Shadows. Artur is still alive on the high ground as Ori on the low ground trying to fight through this one. But Low and FY tag teaming onto Luna, but it's not still enough damage. Kitrax saves him again. Below pops out the Infest Surprise. They have the kill. Shopify in full retreat now as they're going to die back on Kitrax. But everything expended in this fight.
I mean, can they end the game right now? Richie, it looks like they can. They're going to move towards the mid lane. No Doom,
so
no Wrath.
Doom doesn't have buyback for 45 seconds. No Bug Thunder God's Wrath for a minute.
He has 2 cheeses on the Doom. He stacked them.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Ori. Air Shield has reflected that Scythe of Ice, but Artur is laying into these buildings now. He lived so long thanks to that Book of Shadows. And so there's going to be the jump in from Low. Just trying to make sure they retain their buildings as long as possible. Buybacks ready to go in 15 seconds for Low and 20 seconds for Box. So the fact that Shopify have bought back here and not committed, we are about to swing it back the other way, ladies and gentlemen. AR, 64 minutes in, they hold the high ground.
Dire's top tower.
Yeah, the high ground is a very scary place right now, Richie. So difficult to
hold
breach
on,
high ground.
hold on, hold the presses. Divine Rapier time for Artur.
Are you going to switch it to the spell Rapier and cast the Eclipse?
That's right. That's right. Bonus 25% spell damage. So it's constantly 100, but now you get either the spell amp or the damage.
And he has a cooldown, 6 seconds. The toggle. I guess if you're right clicking with the Kanda, you're throwing your Kanda with your Lucent Beam, you kind of want to have the damage rapier. But when you're trying to use your Eclipse, you have to switch it to the spell rapier.
Some casual crits of 1,100 as well for Artur with the rapier on damage mode. As late game Dota is always really fun, isn't it? Whenever we settle into these lulls in between what is the just absolute insanity of tier 5 refresher fights in the late game. But Shopify, they will be blessed with a fast Roche timer here. They haven't even scouted.
I mean, there's a nullifier right now from Low, so he's going to be able to remove a lot of the saves.
Yeah, especially that Book of Shadows. Disruption's still going to be a problem though. They need someone to get on top of the Shadow Demon. Bach, he did a great job in the last fight. He's going to be tested again as Yopaj with a very fast scouting run there does end up seeing the Doom trying to sneak around, so we'll force them to reposition. Roshan just
vision is going to be very, very key here. They need to have
I don't
the right
know who
setup.
Searstone that is. Okay, Zeus ulti for the vision. That's pretty good. They've caught 2 as well in the Gleipnir, but they can't make a jump here quite easily. Low is going to be poked down just a bit. Careful here. They do catch Yopaj now on the Bushwhack, as that's going to be the casual Luna ulti number 1 just thrown alongside the first Torrent Storm. They both have refreshers. Sharpshooter doesn't find much as Low just is going to jump out of the creep that he had infested. Mid is pushing. Shopify did get, you know, at least the ranged racks. The mid will push for them.
I mean, Saberlight is doing the right thing, right?
Yep.
He's going to leave his creeps here, his summons, and he's going to travel to his team. He's going to force them back.
They'd be sneaky, but they're behind. They finally see the ward. That's the Zeus. Oh, shot. Okay, Saber shows under the ward. Thought he was going to maybe try and make a big play there with the solo black hole, but decides against it. And Shopify, they don't feel so confident fighting into this Roche attempt, so they will have to let this one go. Tier 3 tower Not going to be a live bottom, so Saber's going to do a little bit of damage to these barracks, but not enough. As the Roche attempt is slow. So Shopify thinking about making a move here. Saberlight, he's TP'd on over as well. There's the Seer Stone scouting this things out here, making this a very scary commitment from AR. Posh on the low ground. He's waited out. He's got another Torrent Storm ready to go.
Bot lane, the Eidolons, they're getting wrecks.
Eidolons, yeah. One lane of barracks will be taken here. So the indecision slowly killing AR out from this game, but they know, Winter, if they can just win this fight. Luna has no buyback. Enigma has no buyback for 3 minutes, and AR in a position with buyback.
I mean, they just need to scout and see the health on the Roche.
It's so low. And they see it. I mean, I don't know who Seer Stones these are, but there's plenty of Seer Stones here. Plenty of Terran scans. But bot barracks have been taken. Oh, going up onto the high ground. Scum's going to eat a small stun. Okay, Artuizi, he's just going to try and solo the Roche. It's solo, and he's managed to do it. Aegis in his inventory. Yopaj running forward here with the Torrent Storm. He actually pulls back the Disruptor, but they don't have the vision. As Shopify snipe the Roche, they take all the loot. Will manage to get out unscathed.
I mean, there's still
AR, they can't stand for this. Oh, the Scythe! They actually catch low. Can they do anything about it, though? It's a bit of a hard catch for him, especially considering how tanky he is. The Force Boots onto the Kunkka as he blinks forward. Saberlight getting caught out by the Nimbus, but the tidal wave pushing away the Lifestealer as Bach chasing after this Enigma. They've already lost Yopaj once, or he's just doing too much damage. They refresh now on Bach as he looks for a second kill, but it's Arteezy who is fighting. He's fighting the Infestor inside of him who finds the kill. He's completely isolated. Bach's done an amazing job. Saberlight trying to do what he can here. Has the Black Hole. Will now commit it as Arteezy is going to at least get the BKB off and try and fight through this one, but FY interrupting the Black Hole. Low, still alive, still managing to fight as Yopaj returning to the engagement here, doing what he can, but once again finds himself infested. Ori, he's had to TP on home, so he is defending, so the numbers somewhat supporting Shopify in this fight, but not any longer, as once again, Yopaj, who's just bought back, might just die back with the blink out in time. Low didn't have any damage for him. This leaves Kitrak in a poor position, and he's going to die back now, as FY has scouted Yopaj. He needs to run. Scam is gonna go. No, Scam actually baiting here as Bach might have overcommitted, but Ori's back into the fight, and Artur has a low right on top of him who has another infest ready, just waiting for the Book of Shadows to end. This might be it for Shopify. They're losing their manpower one by one. Artur trying to run away from the fight, but has no allies to run to. That is 4 dead with the Divine on deck, and AR moved to secure game 1 in 70 minutes.
I mean, such a big difference if they were able to initiate and find the Enigma. I think Fateban just doing an excellent job there, just running down, making sure that Enigma couldn't get his Black Hole off. I mean, he eventually still got it off on the Lifestealer, but it was just too late that he couldn't really kill off low. It's what
now Shopify. 40 seconds until there's a buyback on the Luna, but Winter with the Divine Rapier in tow. I don't think there's a chance here. Yopaj, he will do what he can, but he finds himself hexed at the hands of his own Scythe thanks to Ori's Mirror Shield, and this game is over. Shopify, a frustrating loss for them as AR stand resilient, bounce fight. A Weaver versus a Faceless Void as we get underway for game number 2 for our group stage here. Shopify Rebellion, they are not looking so great. 1-4 as of the last game, and tough opponents to follow. So if they want a shot at playoffs, they need to turn things around here and then have a flawless rest of the day. Fine, get some good wards out. They did break a couple of smokes, but more AR heroes still managed to get to the other side of the river. Smoke broke, so at least Shopify knows something is waiting for them here in the darkness, in the fog of war. As AR,
there we go.
Things off here with the disruption. Kitrak, 3-man bushwhack into the 3-man light strike array. Bach, where you going? Trapped inside the cogs, killed off. Saberlight, first blood. More Shopify Rebellion.
Just what the doctor ordered for SR. Would have been perfect if Yopaj got the kill, but it's okay. They still won the team fight. Your Mars with 4 gauntlets of strength gets the first blood. That's going to give him his braces.
There's still so much time, and they're going to get the D ward here. Scam throws up the cogs. Artur starts denying them. Just, stat padding, I guess.
He actually has cogs. LL1. Oh no. Oh yeah, I forgot he got cogs for the kill.
Yes, he did.
What is he going to do in the lane?
He's gonna burn some mana and also get the magic shield.
Things you do as a support, you know, for your core players to get that first blood.
I mean, this can't be as bad as, like, you know, level 1 vacuum, right, on Darkseer? There's levels to this
I
thing.
mean, I mean, at least you could last hit the range creep with the vacuum. I mean, with this,
But, yeah,
you can try.
got a point there. As
Alright,
the,
0 heroes hit by the cogs. Right.
Yep. Yeah, Kai's level 1, now that you pointed out. Doesn't seem too great down bottom. The harass out from both sides, but of course with Time Walk low, always a pretty big advantage here. We did take Flame Break as well, level 1 for the Bat Rider. That's going to be his spell to harass with, as he does get Saberlight under the tower. Just able to walk off his damage though without much trouble.
Just pretty easy lane for the FE to farm here, as long as Bat Rider's playing aggressively. It's pushing them back, and he's going to get like a half pull, on almost a half pull here. Ruining the creep equilibrium. It's giving the FE free farm. As long as FE is in front of the tower, he's going to be fine getting all the last hits.
Yeah, I think they need just way more levels before they can threaten, even with 1 point in Time Walk. Just always having that safety net as the Faceless Void, especially in these kinds of lanes where a lot of the damage is burst, not that much lockdown. Feels pretty good. So Saber is going to go ahead and skip this wave. As they do find a nice stun here onto Tian Ming. Decent damage dealt. And
That's
enough for the kill even.
That's a very big kill. I mean, kind of underestimating the damage they can do there, and the repositioning, you know, like pushing him far away from the tower, so he can't really get help from the FE fast enough. I mean, the time dilation.
I think he was making an effort to try and catch the wave and bring it back, you know, but just get scouted behind the tree by Kitrak, and one bushwhack's all it takes there. They didn't really even move him with the spear much, just the stun. Good for the kill.
Well, at least he took a lot of like spell damage. They used a lot of mana to try and kill him.
Not a first blood either, but doesn't leave them in a great position to try and contest for something like the Lotus that's now upcoming, right? Lotus gonna have pull off top lane, FY. Still is actually gonna get his Lotus. Ultimately with Disruption, I don't think Skim can actually stop him.
Dire's structures are fortified.
How's everyone looking CS-wise? Lena 15 and 2, so mid going pretty even. Got to keep our eyes on those HP bars. You never know when they might make a play for each other with the kind of spellcaster mids. 2 points still in the Spirit Siphon, of course. As FY, they'll make a play for him, but they didn't connect on the Swarm Beetles. Yeah, so now Artur will be bullied back. In fact, Blood Grenade thrown the other way. It's a level 2 Whirling Death with plenty of damage to it. Artur forced to pop the wand charges. Now the Sakuchi 4 stacks the Shadow Poison. That's 192 damage, but not enough thanks to the magic resist he'll have. Skem will live too.
Yeah, but they have to use so much of their health. I mean, I think this lane is already gonna be so tough now. The Weaver has to sit back. They don't have any more tangles. And this is really bad for them.
Yeah, at least Skem does manage to keep the camps unblocked, so he has some moves to make as far as trying to, you know, burn some time, allow the regen to kick in for Artur. But yeah, this top lane is going to be boxed for some time. Up to 11 denies now on the Timbersaw. This is another hero that is getting a lot of frequent complaints about Winter. Kind of the item builds, the items that are strong, specifically the Eternal Shroud, right? Being quite powerful here on this hero.
He's just so good on all the frontline heroes right now. And the heroes that need mana.
That counter describes Timber to a T.
Everybody just buys it like on all these initiators. It's just so strong. Like it's better than, I think it's better than hard in a lot of cases, and it's cheaper than hard.
Yep.
If you're looking to tank up. Like,
I think generally it kind of
calculating
depends,
the
obviously,
efficient
what
HP.
lineup you're playing into. But I think you're correct. That's the kind of the accepted school of thought as of this moment. So that'll be a strong item for him. Saberlight going for a double bracer build in the meantime down bottom. So he'll be able to get some good lane damage in, as they will actually take a lot of damage back from the time dilation and now that Firefly, but forced to walk back that damage and scam through the twin gate, rotating on through, collecting the kill with a right click. Nice rotation from him.
And here comes Ori.
However, yeah, from behind Ori, popping the Exo. Saberlight looking for a TP out low. Doesn't quite find him there. 2 points in time walk for him. Ori is going to just TP back to the mid lane. 6-minute rune secured by Yopaj, though, as a result of that rotation.
Oh, low.
Whoa!
No time walk, still on cooldown.
Yeah.
I was very patient by Scam. He just waited, he stayed around and just pounced at the right moment to set up the kill for Saberlight. Good play.
Probably thought he ended
2
up
kills
going
with that
back.
rotation.
Dire's middle tower
Nice
is
move.
under attack.
He's now they might look to put some more pressure on the Bach as Kitrak going to TP to the top lane. Scams back through the gate. Might be able to find something here. I might need Yopaj to rotate, but he can do that. He's got a haster in winter. So we might end up seeing a move here. It's going to be difficult, though. There's a good ward from AR, which is going to scout this rotation. Yeah, Yopaj passes under it now. Let's see how Bach reacts. Yeah, immediately heads back underneath the tier 1 tower, so Yopaj is going to farm the jungle instead.
He just wants to hit creeps, and he doesn't even have a point in Laguna.
Oh, Tianming got the Wisdom Rune, though. He's able to outfight Saberlight for it. So it's AR securing both Wisdom Runes here at the 7-minute mark. It's one downside of putting a lot of...
We saw earlier today how losing the 2 Wisdom Runes can be just so game-breaking, you know, in the earlier series during Quest and Aurora.
Scam being a little cheeky here. Doesn't get Ori down to the low ground, but I think he's still going to be fine, and that's because he's covering for Yopaj to try and steal as much of this farm as he can. He gets all of them. Got the entire stack. Bit of efficiency wasted there, and Ori's going to be sad to have missed out on that gold injection. But so far, everything going according to plan, Winter, for Shopify, who also, well, stop Ori from getting in the rune. No one collecting the arcane.
I mean, they just need to make sure your patch on this Lina gets the best start possible.
Saberlight, first arena for him. Pops the stick charges for enough mana, and Skem's actually going to secure it there with the level 1 rocket flare. But a nice kill here might open things up for Saberlight a little more.
Yeah, good kill, nevertheless. Just want to find any pick off you can. And after your Lina gets travels, then that's when the Mars can play really aggressive, just trying to set up kills wherever she can travels to. Try to split them up. Because AR, they want to like group up with the Chrono, with the DPLD. They want to play together. So you want to split them up and force them to play across the map. And that's when you can pick them off with the travels.
Yeah, Shopify also able to still keep their top tower defended. Oh, hold on, bottom. Saberlight, yeah, they're going to make some heavy rotations out for him with the Exo committed. I don't believe there's a way out for him. Low. Also has his ultimate, so not really a position where Shopify are going to be able to contest here. Fortify, committed. Still not level 6 on their supports, though. Just level 5 on the clock and 5.5 out on the Hoodwink. Instead, Artur's actually going to go into the jungle and contest Bach, farming a stag. They've split them about 50-50. So the next best move made here by Shopify Rebellion is that's the second time they've managed to contest some of these stacks thanks to this ward put down earlier by Kitrak.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, good moves there by them. 10-minute rune. Regen, Nina's gonna pick it up. I mean, Travel's already ready.
Yeah, and
Yes,
they
but the
didn't actually
game
get the
was
tower
not the-
bottom either.
Regeneration.
And they just need to try to use this Travels to find pickoffs on the map. And just be careful with whenever somebody has to die to the chrono, then you have to make sure that you get another part of the map. Just push out the waves or try to get something in return every time chrono is used.
Now, speaking of chrono being used, might have an opportunity here. Not quite. Tianming, despite getting two
Yopaj
wisdoms
is
for his
coming.
team, not up to level
there's a
6
ward.
here.
I saw him.
Yeah. Hoodwink's really close to 6 as well. If they clear the creep wave nearby him, he'll get it. Scam's a bit further back, though. 3 heroes here for AR. Defending this tier 1 tower is Shopify. They're going to rotate Scam to mid, where he can collect his level 6. AR, numbers even here. We'll try and find something. They don't have the lasso, though. They can't quite reach with anything else, including the disruption or the demonic purge. So they're just going to be able to force away those Shopify heroes for the time being.
And it's off.
There's level 6
Meanwhile,
quick
they
block.
want to use Exo. 3 seconds. They'll have it. FY is trying to bring Ori. I guess they want to open the top side of the map right
Yeah.
now.
Help the Timber Saw push. Artur is just able to Sakuchi the waves. I mean, the tower's fairly low now, but Timber just can't really threaten for a kill so easily onto the Weaver unless a big mistake is made. But they see the Lina farming. That could be the opening they want. Skem, though, will interrupt this from behind as he gets the hook shot to connect onto FY. Good
Oh, nice.
disruption to avoid
disrupt.
the LSA. With the Exo active, Shopify are pretty happy to step away from this fight. AR may look to force things further as they have the creep wave pushing underneath the tier 1 tower. Down bottom. Oh, they caught low. And he's going to be speared to the back of the tree. Sharpshooter. Is it enough damage? Not quite. But the arena committed. Try and get him to blow this chronosphere basically just to save his own life. Still trying to fight through this as low. Out goes the chronosphere, catching both heroes. And well, mission accomplished there by Shopify Rebellion. They'll lose the mid-tier 1 tower in the meantime. But a few ultis consumed here. And they can still be pretty happy with how things worked out, especially if they can convert this top action into a kill. Unlikely against Bach.
I mean, hook shot's ready now if they want to try to do something here, but RTZ doesn't have the most mana. So
Yeah.
probably not in fighting shape.
He had to use the ultimate as well. Time lapse on cooldown for another 20 seconds as Saberlight is just chasing around some enemy supports. But out from the laning stage, Winter, I would say Shopify can feel fairly happy with the way things have gone. Top lane was a bit hard, but they did get our through that scary part, and they managed to ensure that the Lina comes out of the lanes as the most farmed heroes with the BOTs online. As Yopaj rushes into the Flame Cloak Ag Scepter upgrade.
Yeah. They have the BOTs plus Blink on the Mars right now, so the game is going to get very, very interesting right now. They have to try to use this to pressure, get pickoffs on the map. Now that they know that there's no chrono still for a minute, they have to try to at least get a tower if you can. Kill a hero, try to push a tower.
And there's no chrono, like you said, for another minute. Exo on cooldown for 20 seconds. Still only level 1. You do have max Spirit Siphon with 4 charges. Oh, Spear Arena combo by Saberlight. More than enough nuke damage as they still had the Laguna Blade in reserve. Ultimately unnecessary as the smoke blink initiation from Saberlight is on point.
Yep, this is perfectly what they need to do. Kill a core, get a tower, keep playing the map and try to get trades, you know. Like you force them to use their big ultimates and you try to get something in return on the map every single time.
Well played there. They will not commit for the tower though. Ooh, and in fact, Tianming, no chance there for the Flaming Lasso. Kitrak with a very well-placed Acorn Shot Bushwhack. Man, these Hoodwink players are... I mean, the hero is strong, but really making the hero look a little bit really broken with sometimes with the moves they can pull off.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, definitely not an easy hero to play. So game continues right now. They couldn't really finish off the tower, but it's really low. So the next push, it's gonna go down from the creeps.
Good. Oh, this is an aggressive move out from Tianming.
Just walk up and kill him.
Pretty much.
Easy. As easy as it sounds.
They didn't really run into any resistance up top lane, so you know, that was a bit of a dangerous position in hindsight, of course, for Tianming to be farming. But better him than the carry Faceless Void, or even Bot, who has a Blink Dagger ready to go. I do wonder if we'll see the AR try and connect around a Chronosphere here, because damage in a Chrono is not great, but with a Blink Dagger at least, the teamfight follow-up is decent out from the Timber. Ooh, that's a big stack.
Yeah, but at the same time, they're in no hurry. I feel like, I mean, the longer the game goes, it's just gonna get better for their lineup. Faceless Void, DP, Timber, you have Shadow Demon and Bat.
That's true. Scam,
they only fight if it's like a... I don't even know if they need to contest, like if it's a Roche, you know?
Dire's middle tower.
I mean, what are the moments to be careful for so that they... Oh, hold on, another arena out onto the Bat Rider. I mean, they're just kind of getting some kills here and there. Really nothing too major, but that's 8 kills now to the 2 of AR. As you say, they're comfortable sitting back and taking safe farm, which will leave the Bat Rider to take the dangerous farm. So a couple deaths here are to be expected. But what does AR need to be careful for? Like, are there any moments that Shopify, you know, are going to be able to have quite a noticeable advantage? I mean, here's a timing now on the Acceptor for Lena.
I mean, the Clockwork has a Blade Mail. Holy crap, he's farmed.
It's 3-on-3 actually. Got Rocket Flare maxed as well, so he farms very effectively as they see FY TPing away. FY, long TP. The Science is baffled by the length of that TP. I don't know where he TP'd to. The tier 2 tower, because they're going to try it and maybe give the boot to Saberlight instead. I think they're only going to catch Hoodwink. Maybe just barely. Nah, pretty easily catch the Hoodwink. Cut down there by the Whirling Death.
Is under attack.
And meanwhile, TZ's pushing the top tower here. He's probably gonna be able to get it if no one else comes over here. And Scam is just staying nearby, making sure
Top tower.
Nice deny.
he protects the Weaver.
Gotta be careful though.
Here comes the
Do the
flank.
Twin Gate. Got yourself a smoke play coming. Level 12 on the Weaver. Doesn't have a ton of mana to play with here, but thankfully they're gonna instead take the far easier kill onto Scam. Traps some inside the cogs, but is still gonna drop there to Bach. Okay, Yopaj, Flame Cloak, tons of damage onto FY, who is gonna use the disruption onto Artur. They might be able to set up onto him, but no, not enough damage. And now with the time lapse, he's back in on the fight. Bach instead, he's gonna go down. A double kill for Yopaj. Saberlight as well, threatening to continue this fight. So AR, they've gotta back down. They will lose out on an opportunity to take down the carry and feed over a kill on the Timber.
Yeah, good fight there by Shopify. He's getting a good trade again. They just need to keep making sure that they're doing this again and again until they have enough advantage to go Roche. I think Roche is going to be the next thing for them on their agenda if they can secure the Roshan with the bugs really aggressive. Because the good thing about their lineup is they don't have to rely on a very long cooldown, whereas for AR it's Chrono, it's DP, EXO, they are all very long cooldown spells.
That's true. That is very true. You're probably looking at Flame Cloak. Pardon me. You're looking at like Flame Cloak as one of your more crucial cooldowns. Arena, of course. Oh, they almost actually try and snipe low. Would have probably been unsuccessful with FY standing behind.
Radiant's courier.
Kitrak is still going to get out scot-free. No, Chrono committed. They will guarantee themselves this kill at the very least. And, you know, AR, they'll use any opportunity for a free kill, right? Any ability, as long as it'll net them that kill. Like you say, they're not too concerned. Mid lane, meanwhile, Scam caught on the wrong side of the river. chopped down again by this Timber Saw, who is now getting this Eternal Shroud online as soon as he dies to the Lina.
Those two
That feels
kills
appropriate.
on the 2 SR supports, so almost 1k gold. They are not, they are not without consequences, you know. That's a lot of gold went to AR.
That's true. Yeah, Shopify pushing a 3k net worth lead as we enter the 20th minute of play. It's been a bit of a slower one with, you know, AR very happy to sit back and farm, like we said, that they'll be able to scale and you know, lean on the strength of their draft to get them through mid and late game. Meanwhile, Shopify, more or less the ones putting themselves a bit more in harm's way at times. So, see moves like that.
And even with like say like a bigger lead, it's gonna be a challenge, you know, to go and push the high ground against the F3 DP Bat Rider, you know.
Yeah.
Like how big of a lead you need to actually touch the tower.
He might get caught here. He's going to pop out of the Sakuchi behind the tree at the very least. Gets good vision with the Swarm. Nice job there, canceling the Blink Dagger of Tian Ming, who otherwise might have been able to find a kill onto him. Instead, he's going to end up dropping. Hookshot as well. Ori across the river thought he was safe. Scam says, think again. Ori, BKB, TP away. Do they have the physical damage? Not quite, but pretty close for 21 minutes, huh?
Almost kill him through the BKB. That was insane.
Dire's middle tower is
That was pretty scary.
They do
Shopify
not lack
hold the
damage.
triangle.
That's for sure. And smoke, I like the smoke. They have to keep the ball rolling. They have to keep going, even though they use the arena.
The Shadow Blade now online for Yopaj, like such a classic item for Linas with
Okay,
this
this is
build
bad.
to just
They wasted so
zap
much
these
time.
supports.
To kill
And here we
Tormentor.
go,
Now they're
right?
low.
There he goes. The kill there. They think they CFY, or they see low, pardon. He stops farming the camp at the least because he saw Saberlight on the Watcher, and they're not going to be that crazy, but they might be able to get the DP, and this time without a BKB Winter, I don't think there's a way out of this one. Down she goes.
No way out for sure this time. No BKB. Once you're caught, you're dead.
Kind of the
Shadow
play style
Blade.
you were talking about earlier, right? With Shopify being able to just move around the map, constantly find pressure points and you know, see what slips up. AR dropping a couple of heroes here in the last few minutes.
Yeah, they have to just try to split the map, get as much pickoffs as they can, try to put very deep. I think lane wards is going to be very crucial for Shopify. They need to place them in all entrance exits of the lane to the jungle. Try to get as many pickoffs as you can. Now Roshan is definitely the next thing, you know. Once they kill an important hero like the DP, FV or Timber, one of them, they should try to figure out how they can get Rosh after.
Can they fight into the Rosh though? Because it looks like AR will try and preempt them here, and with a level 2 EXO, might
I mean, if
not
they
be
have
so
Chrono, Exo, Lasso, everything up, even though you have this 8k lead, I think it's risky to fight at the Rosh pit.
Right, I agree. And the advantage of the draft is that much. I mean, we've seen Artur. He's scary, level 17, rocking a full Linken's, Maelstrom, and Dragon Lance, but that's not really much protection into this Chronosphere, which is always going to be his biggest problem here. They don't have any save. They don't have the Shadow Demon this time. No IO relocate out of the Chrono for him.
Yep, and now Lu has his BKB. This is going to be their first huge timing.
Yeah, they're smoked up, trying to dare Shopify and come contest this, but with rocket flares, they kind of just afford to sit back and force AR to make a move. Like you said, the BKB delivered. We'll make 2 BKBs now for AR.
Oh, they find Scam?
Yeah, they saw
Silence.
Lina. She showed top lane under the creep wave. The Scam, it's going to die. That might just be enough space, honestly, for the Roche.
Yep. AR says that's not your Lotus Pool Scam. Get out.
The support urge to not pick up Lotuses, it's just impossible, you know? You just got to remember that is enemies can always see the Lotus Pool depleting from anywhere on the map. And so, first Aegis into the inventory for AR. Winter, this feels a lot like game one, where we were talking about how Shopify need to put a little bit more pressure early. They want to try and get this first Aegis. They have the team and the abilities to do it, and then AR undercut them and do it themselves.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do? They have better team fight, and they got a pick off on your clockwork.
Well, they're looking for a pickoff
You're
on
not
the
gonna
low.
fight 4v5.
I see him. Scam. He's going to need a hook shot in. Oh, no. Just kidding. The bushwhack good enough. With the burst damage, the lockdown is perfect. Scam's got cogs for the pushback, but they won't have another bushwhack for 3 seconds. BKB forced. Low. Looking for the TP out. No way, right? Not enough damage? Not enough damage, but scary moment there for AR as the Faceless Void caught out.
Yeah, Aegis wasted. BKB charge used. That's all. That's all you get, you know, for that first Roshan if you're AR. That's not good.
Yeah. That is true.
I think they're trying to find more here. Batrider's don't think he got any pickoffs with a dagger yet so far.
Not quite, no. The first one they tried was into the triangle excursion where Artur hit him with the bugs, the swarm, sorry, so he couldn't get the blink off.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Now, Shopify really poking at this tier 2 tower. Good patience here from the rest of AR who don't cut through their jungle too aggressively. There was a flame-cloaked Yopaj ready to just burst some 100-0. Just so much bonus damage here on this hero. And for now, Shopify, they'll keep farming up to their next big item time into here, Winter. That's Gleipnir finished for our tour. I think we're going to have an SN, a Sanj and Kaya, not an SNY, for Yopaj fairly soon. And Saberlight has a BKB next
the
item.
support items might actually be more meaningful. The Gleipnir and the Aghanim's on the clockwork. I mean, the Gleipnir on Hoodwing, Aghanim's on clockwork. Those could actually turn the tide in the fights.
Middle tower is
Because you need to be able to do damage on the supports when you're playing against Faceless Void like this, you know. So even if he chronos your cores, ideally just one of your cores, the supports can still take over the fights.
Right, and just kind of still threaten. That makes sense.
Yeah. Because if you don't do that and you just try to save your core and you build items to keep him alive, then if he dies, then it's just all over.
Yeah, and they've been farming pretty well on both supports. They see low again. He has BKB. Okay, well, the disrupt save interrupting that Spear of Mars out from Saberlight. Dragged back by the lasso, but good damage on the low. But he time walks it off back into the Saberlight Mars, who did get the arena up and the BKB. Won't make a difference. Yopaj, oh, his TP won't complete, but it doesn't matter. It's because they got the kill, even if the chrono missed.
Yeah, that was actually fine. I think it was the right call for him to just make sure that they kill the Lina.
For sure, for sure.
I mean, you're not fighting without EXO anyway, so doesn't matter.
A bold move by Shopify, I want to say, to think that Low would be farming alone again. And that time around, no spear combo to be had for Saberlight.
I mean, it was a really nice disrupt save too, you know, by FY. It's really just making sure that the FV is not being forced to use his BKB too early. I mean, they're just not getting into like 5v5 fights, you know, against AR with this type of heroes. I mean, they didn't even need the chrono to win the fight. Come on.
It's true.
EXO plus Lasso, that's it, you know. A good disrupt save, and that was all she wrote.
The counter initiation, and that was a lot easier for Tianming that time, right? Before, when he was trying to be the one that jumped in, it's a bit sneaky with, it's a bit hard rather, with all these sneaky heroes that Shopify have, you know, the Acorn Shot, Rocket Flare, Sakuchi'd Weaver, you know, and especially with Lincoln's, you're not really catching him. But the counter initiation sure made that Batrider look good. Careful though, AR are underneath some vision here. Rocket Flares,
Yep,
gonna see
no
them
chrono.
continuing.
They need to find a fight right now.
15 talent for Yopaj, are almost at the 20 talent is what I mean. Instead, they're going to jump on the low. He's got BKB.
Oh,
They need
BKB?
disruption save. FY is there in time. He's going to die. As low, he even time walks out of the arena, saves the BKB for another day. Wow.
Yeah, thanks to FY.
Radiant's middle tower
It's like he knew he was there nearby, so he didn't want to. Holy shit,
Definitely.
man. He just trusts the Shadow Demon to bail him out. But the Shadow Demon had to die for his sins.
Radiant's middle tower
Is it
has
worth
fallen.
losing your support so that you can save your BKB charge?
Yeah, I think so. Against Alina, I think so. It's a 7-second charge, but
Yeah, that's
Your
true.
last long
It's the right play. It's the most optimal one.
all right, here's one of those big support items you were mentioning earlier, Winter. The Clockwork Axe is finished. Is this an item you like building? Shooting rocket flares all over
Support
the map?
item? This is not a support item, Richie. Come on.
No, it's you said the supports items for Shopify are going to be more important, like this one.
Yes. So he can actually kill people, do damage. It's very good for scouting with the triple rockets.
Well, he's up onto the high ground now, but instead it's Bach who's getting jumped, who is going to be interrupted. No Timber Chain away for him. Scam trying to hold him back and be a little bit more annoying as Ori's going to be caught by the Gleipnir, LSA, and the Laguna Blade. He is deleted by Yopaj. Look at how much room Scam has created. He's all this space. He will eventually die. Poor little Clockwork. But Shopify, they might just still keep looking for more. Arena in 3 seconds for this
That's your
Mars
chrono.
as Bach is getting murdered. This damage on our tour. There's going to be the disruption. Means they don't have one for low. The arena leaves them nowhere to go, however, as Bach is going to die.
Oh,
now
good
what do they have
chrono.
left in the tank, though, as the Chronosphere catching on to 2 heroes. They get the kill onto Arteezy, but Yopaj, he's still free in this fight. BKB active now for low, but they still catch him with a Rod of Atos. They have a spear as Saberlight, he finally is going to activate his BKB, but they just don't have any catch really for Shopify, who activate their own BKBs now. Maneuvering back around the fight, but I think it's going to end up being a 2-for-2 exchange at the end of the day.
Yeah, that was actually, I think, still pretty good, overall for AR, even though it's like they lose 2 cores and they traded for 1 core and 1 support. I mean, you didn't lose your FE. I think that's the biggest deal. And right now, Shopify, they have to look for a trade. No chrono. They need to fight. They need to just force an engagement. And this bat even went for a travels, so he knows that they are playing the long
Careful.
game.
Low. LSA from the trees into the bushwhack, killed. Just like that. That is always the danger of this Lina Eggs and Shadowblade build. You can just
They're
see
just
how
not
quickly
respecting the
this.
fact that the Lina could get there so quickly.
Good coordination there
that
from
kinda,
Shopify.
That kind of evens things up after losing RTZ in the last fight.
And it might even open up Roche for Shopify here. We'll see how fast it's going to be. It's a long Roche. 3 minutes,
that's-
about the longest it could be.
Radiant are
Yeah, that's not good for them. It's going to give time for the chrono to be up. Everyone's going to be ready.
It's gonna be up.
And you're not going to want to take the fight. I mean, on the other hand, I
afford-
think maybe they can try to force a fight
Okay. 'Cause
before Roche.
my question for you is, can they afford to not contest this next Roche whenever it spawns? Is this another situation where they just have to go for it?
I think they have to go, even though it doesn't feel good. They have to try and fight. Try to use the vision from Rocket Flare and try to just snipe heroes, with your Clockwork and Mars initiating. Just like long range, kill them with your Laguna and your Sharpshooter.
Well, that Mars
And if the
initiation
FV, if the FV Chronos, just make sure he only gets like 1 of your cores,
Yeah. I was going to say that Mars initiation got even better now that Saberlight has the full Scythe of Ice ready. So that could be something to catch them off guard. I don't think we have any real defensive items against this. Like there's no Lincolns. Face is building one, but he probably won't have it before this Roche spawns. So that might be problematic, but as of the time being, Shopify with a 10k lead here. I do feel like they have some real momentum for maybe the first time this game. This is the first time with a net worth lead, but sure feels like they can be a lot more confident and call more shots.
I mean, Lo is gonna get his level 20 soon, so that's a huge power up in the chrono.
That is true, that attack speed. The Spear of Mars stone a bit longer for Saberlight. That might be impactful on that 20 talent. The big one, I think, is going to be the Lina, as Tianming just jumping in. Did not expect that Scythe of Ice to the face. He is killed off. Kitrak is going to go, though. Bach just burns him down with that chakram, and they force the BKB of Saberlight. So 1-for-1 support exchange.
Better trade for AR. They got the BKB out, and SR they're not afraid. They still want to go. They get the right
Got
jump.
Chrono.
If they get the Shadow Demon or the FV.
Still a ward here though for Shopify. Patience here though by Bach, not wanting to farm this creep. Oh, he wants to farm it, but he's glad he waited that extra second for the Laguna Blade to come through. Sorry, the Dragon Slave. And instead, they're just sending in the courier? Okay, little courier sacrifice here.
Has been killed.
Bach looking forward there with the Shivas, has vision, but a good spear, well timed by Saberlight. They know there's no BKB. The Hex is on the low. Careful there. Saberlight killed off, isolated from his team, trapped in the trees. Not where you want to be against the Timbersaw, who's now right onto Skem, who's going to be forced to hookshot out. Yopaj, oh, one parting stun. But with Roshan having respawned, I think this is going to be all ARs, isn't it? With no arena for a minute.
Yeah, no Mars means no fight for them. I mean, they can maybe try for a steal, but I think it's gonna be really, really difficult even for Clockwork to try here. He has 20 seconds more to go on his hook shot.
Doesn't seem like he'll be able to
This
reach
is
it in
not
time.
good news for Shopify losing this Rosh here.
Fallen to the Radiant.
He's number 2. Oh, you know what? Wait, hold on. Never mind. Sneaky moves from Tianming. He knew that he wasn't really needed in the Roche attempt, so he was on the other side of the map, seeing if he could find a pick-off. Unluckily on that attempt, but it's moves like that that you know, you have to be in position to make those kinds of plays, right?
Yeah, you have to be there early. You have to anticipate their movements. You can't just like, oh, they're here, I'm TPing, you know. Most of the time,
Right.
it's just going to be too slow.
And so 4 minutes with this Aegis online for low, as we have the Sakuchi Shard now. That one's pretty nice for split pushing, because you could just Sakuchi through, attack once, and then Sakuchi away. That could delay the game, but as we've been saying, Winter, this is not really a game where Shopify are too comfortable going super late. It just never gets easier for them.
I mean, it actually could work, you know, if they go late, you get to a point where RTZ can actually get the Aghanim's, and then you have an answer in the chrono. Then you have some Wind Wakers on your support.
Okay, I like it.
It definitely could get interesting.
Winter, do you have a website where you publish your fiction?
My picture,
Your fiction.
Dire's structures
Nope.
Good story there. I don't know if they will eventually get this Ags online for RTZ. I think the Wind Waker is realistic, but Ags?
yeah, but they do have Shadow Demon, so I guess maybe with the Purge you can kind of stop it from saving. I mean, this Shadow Demon
be
here is
tough.
just so freaking annoying to deal with. Every time you're thinking about, okay guys, how are we supposed to take this team fight, and then there is this Shadow Demon, we have to deal with this guy first. We have to find this guy. If you
true.
don't see the SD, we can't jump the gun.
I mean, I guess the ideal play is like Yopaj is around the fight with the Flame Cloak and just 100 to 0, right?
Or the Clockwork with the Jetpack, looking for the Shadow Demon. Just hook him, make sure he doesn't save.
It's just tough because it seems like if you like commit more than one hero to him, you're just setting up for, you're just begging to get chronoed, aren't you?
Yeah, but somebody's gonna get chrono. Like somebody has to tank the chrono.
That's true. That's step 1 of recovering from this game, right? Acceptance. I am gonna get chronosphered. Just a matter of like whose job it's gonna be. I mean,
as long as
Torch.
the other heroes can pick up the slack, you have enough damage on your supports, your other utility heroes, then it doesn't matter if your big hero gets chrono.
Tor's been farming like a madman. He has level 25, 25k net worth as well. I mean, he's kind of 6-slotted. He'll probably get rid of the boots at some point, I imagine, and obviously upgrade the Dragonlance, maybe even.
tower has fallen.
Either way, they're going to be forced back. There's another Scythe of Ice finished by the Lina. As AR still bolstered by this Aegis, feel like they can go pushing. Okay, and they're just gonna get the jump onto low. FY, good save though in the meantime with the disruption, but they're ready for him. As soon as he respawns, he's hit by the LSA and killed. Arena of Blood making this a difficult entrance, and a great play by Scam, keeping them on the wrong side of this fight. Yopaj easily gets the second kill onto low, and Scam finally taken down. We will build statues honoring him with how much space he created here. Ori, he's going back on in, 4 versus 4. It decides to TP away. No way to cancel that one, so Scam buying back for not much gain, but Tian Ming, he's found the backliners. He's already blown up one, and he's looking for the second. BKB active. FY, all he can do is try and run away, as Bach is going to be killed in the meantime. FY gets out, but Bach,
Are scanning.
no support for him. He crumbles. Shopify perfectly break apart that fight. That was, I'm going to make a pun here, that was like clockwork.
Yeah, that was a really, really good sequence of how they actually pushed the FV out of position. They went on the Shadow Demon. They make sure they cover their bases. You know, if FV is being focused, there's no chrono to come in, then the team fights are pretty much easy for the Weaver because RTZ only has to fear the chrono. If you take that out of the equation, it means that he's going to be able to dish out the deeps in the fight. I think the FV can no longer show himself and hit the buildings. Like he just needs to
whose
wait
job is it?
patiently. The DP, just let her exo the tower. And just wait for them to go on her.
Well, 16k.
Well, I guess he only did that because he had A-Gaze as well.
Right.
So he felt like he was kind of invincible.
I mean, he might be invincible as soon as Shadow Demon hits 25 and has 2 charges of disruption, but until then,
Is under attack.
he's got a way to go.
What wishful
You know,
thinking, Richie.
Low still has a bit more experience to gain as well for his backtrack talent. You know, so he's still going to get a little bit scarier, but you're right. I mean,
I
probably...
want to see some backtrack Laguna blades.
Yeah, like the good old days. Oh no, guys, I fingered the faceless void, but he backtracked it. Ori picks up the shard. I don't think it's underrated by any means. I think it's just a flat out good shard for the DP. 1 extra charge, and of course it causes a fear, so it's super powerful against these supports.
I mean, it's definitely useful in the fights. Just an extra lockdown, TP cancel.
Sound bug here for AR. Are they? I mean, 18k Winter. We were talking earlier about how, you know, even with a net worth advantage, Shopify don't have an easy time, and that might be true. But at what point, at what kind of net worth lead do you start to kind of forget about how good this draft is and start getting more scared?
I mean, when you can save in the chrono. I think if you can do that, then the lead will matter a lot more. Because right now, you're like 18k, but you get chrono, like the Lina or the Weaver, you're going to die. There's nothing you can do to save. I mean, this Weaver with 30k net worth. So what? 1 chrono, he's going to die. There's no way you can stop it.
That's true. That's true. Speaking of Lina, Yopaj hitting a 25 as well, so minus 25 second Laguna Blade. 25 second cooldown on that thing now. Could start seeing that thing twice in fights with all that amplified damage.
Can she blow up like the FV with the double Laguna with a double Hex? I guess she can with your Flame Cloak. Probably has enough damage.
I'd say so. Once the refresher's online, it becomes a possibility. I mean, Low does have Lincolns, right? So you're going to need probably a little bit of assistance for that. But I think it's very possible, yeah. I mean, the Lina is just like a damaged dump truck. Unloads that on you. You don't want to be anywhere in the vicinity. Team fight breaking out. They're just going to go for Low again. A perfect Rita Spear combo. And they push him away. The perfect hacks onto FY. He's in position, and Shopify reading this team fight like a book. Box the third to fall. What a beauty of a game from them.
Yeah, that was a really, really nicely placed arena. I mean, the SD kind of tried to blink close enough to disrupt, but he got blocked by the walls.
Yep. That's really impressive. Just like that, another 6K here for the net worth lead, and up to the high ground to go Shopify Rebellion. Low does not have buyback, Winter. He was trying to buy out for this Lincolns.
Alright, this is not
now
good. I
from
think
Bot.
they have to probably give up one lane, one side.
They'll get another fortify as well, as this is the first tier 3 tower to go down. But mid lane is pushing, so it's going to be harder to get backdoor established. Oh, Saber jumping forward. Good damage, but he might have overcommitted now. Is Ori able to get the ultimate off, flying away, but Scam blocking him back with the cogs. Shopify Rebellion into the base of AR and killing their opponent. Another buyback. Make it 2 now from the side of Azure as they are clinging to life in game number 2.
The damage.
But Shopify, the damage, it's just too much here. Ori managing to live a second longer, only for Artur to get more damage numbers in for the post game. Okay, they've got low respawning here, but man, what a play from Shopify. The way they go in. Now, they don't get those barracks, and they drop the gem. But
Yeah, but it was still a significant economical damage done, you know. So many heroes buying back. Killed the DP twice, you know. This is as good as it gets, you know, for a push being successful for Shopify.
And now, they can be the team that finally gets to take Roche, number 3. He is kind of just chilling up top lane, and Scam's going to realize now with that Rocket Flare. Seems like the next move to make, and especially with a DD rune in the bottle for Artur. Oof. I don't think he's going to use it necessarily for the Roche, but as soon as he cracks that thing open, you don't want to be anywhere near this guy. Have we even seen a Chrono onto the Weaver this game?
I don't think so. He's been like playing a close to a perfect Weaver game. He's been avoiding the FV every single time in the engagements. He only shows himself if he knows that the Chrono is being committed on some of his teammates, and then he comes out and he just destroys everyone. And he's just really patient.
If there wasn't a 10-second, limit on the selling of items, he might be able to sell his Lincoln. I don't know if he's ever used Lincolns this game. He has just been, like you're saying, perfectly positioned, always ready to go in, and well, here they go back to finish off these top lane of barracks. Oh, with the DD rune active, +1 Geminate attack. Oh man. That's it. That's the fortify, but it'll buy them enough time, at least for the Death Prophet, to respawn. So AR, they get one fight here at full strength. Into this Aegis now for the Weaver. The ultimate counter, really, to the Faceless Void. And they're just going to try and blow through the Aegis straight away. Low, does he even have enough damage here? No, he doesn't! Artur lived, he gets up the time lapse, and they destroy Low. That's it, you're one Chrono onto the man, and he absolutely rinses you. Trying to pull him back into the base, but not a chance here. As AR are forced back into the fountain. This is Shopify's game to win.
As we were just a little bit too tanky, after winning the last couple of fights, adding a couple more items, hook shot in.
Good save there on Disrupting.
Delay the inevitable.
But yeah, how much is it going to matter at this point, Winter? I mean, Shopify is too far up. GG well played is called. A 1-1 draw here in game.
Yeah, good comeback, after what happened in the first game, a long